Hey everyone, welcome to Passages, our Call of Cthulhu Chronicle here, a campaign I guess it's called, I never remember, every game system calls it something else, so our story here on Restless Barbarian Gaming. My name's Bolthra, and I will be the keeper tonight for our story. First I want to just say thank you to all of our new subscribers, everyone who's joined the channel. Thank you very much, we appreciate your support. Glad you're enjoying what you're seeing, and stay with us, we got lots of good stories coming. We've just started up Werewolf, Dungeon World. Later in the late summer, we're going to have more Vampire. We're going to have a Mothership series, and after that, some Wraith. So we got lots of good stuff coming up. For tonight, we have just 3 players. We're missing Algernon tonight, but we'll have him back in the fold next week. And tonight I'm going to have my players go ahead and introduce themselves and tell us who they're playing. So we're going to start first with Derek.
Hello, my name is Derek. I'm playing Professor Lawrence Leland, and I apologize I was out last week. But
no problem. It's the curse of Cthulhu. It's getting everybody. And Vala.
I'm Vala. I am playing Vala Siegel, the parapsychologist.
Alrighty. And Maura.
Hi, I'm Maura, and I'm playing Loretta Lacard, an archaeologist.
Alrighty. Well, before we get into the story and the recap, we have a little bit of business to take care of. And last week, Loretta made some great rolls, or I guess Maura made some great rolls for Loretta. And we're going to see if she can level up some of these abilities. So when you are ready, you want to roll your library use, please.
Okay.
And you did not succeed at it. All right.
Oh.
And also your spot hidden, please.
Okay.
And you did not. You rolled a 10, which was awesome. So, all right. Well, those are going to stay as they were, but that was a good thing to check out. Yeah, we're going to just give kind of a quick recap last week. We had picked up 1 year since the events of episode 2, where the investigators are meeting at the St. Thomas Club. They had during their year. They had each done some of their own investigations on some of the items that they had found. One of the items was a set of keys that one of the cultists had been holding. It had some runes on them. They look like Nordic runes. And also there was the bottle that had contained some foul liquid that had been also used in the ritual. The writing on the bottle really seemed like gibberish, but from what Loretta could discover was that it definitely wasn't a Latin-based language. Perhaps it was African, maybe Aborigine. So they want to keep doing some more research on it. They did contact a Swedish researcher by the name of Märta Akerström, who was going to be coming to Providence to meet with the investigators. They had persuaded her to come to Providence to meet them in person to take a look at the keys. They had also found out that there were some more strange things going on in the docks in Providence. People just seeming to go slightly crazy and claiming maybe they were seeing demons walking around the docks. They had gone to meet with one of the ship hands that they had met aboard the Morning Star, a young man by the name of Lawrence. He seemed to be kind of a little scared to talk, but had shown them in the warehouse he works at, the ship repair warehouse. He had shown them some runes that were very similar to what was on the keys, and they looked like they'd been written in like some kind of slimy looking blood. Algernon and Mora had gone to investigate the Morning Star. The reason why Vala and Lawrence could not, because unfortunately Vala got into a little altercation in the warehouse with a man named Charlie, who wasn't thrilled about a woman being there, and especially a woman who had not backed down from him. And unfortunately, she got hit in the arm with a monkey wrench and has a broken arm. The arm's been set. She now has a wonderful cast on. She's looking for a Sharpie to let everyone sign her cast. In the meantime, Algernon and Mora had gone back to the Morning Star, had discovered that there was some slimy residue still on the deck from where the captain had died when the contents of the pot had been poured on him. This slime had apparently burned through the deck itself, and they could see a hole down into the next deck. When they went down to that room, they found out that hole had been opened right over the galley, where a year earlier they had seen the foul substance being cooked. While they were investigating this area, Loretta uncovered in the corner of the room a slimish ichor substance moving by itself in the corner. It wasn't just like a mold. It was something that seemed to have some sort of intelligence to it. She attempted to reach out towards it, and it gave her a hug and burned some sort of black substance into her skin through her clothes. So she now has a wonderful black tattoos on her shoulders that she has noticed now is starting to creep up her neck and is getting a little further, getting much bigger. To top this all off, they decided, hey, after we've had all this much fun, let's go meet with Ms. Akerström at the hotel. They had met with her. She seemed quite friendly, but was interested in talking in a more private location. She had suggested actually possibly just going up to her hotel room. And that is where we're going to pick up, is with the group. Coming up the elevator with her. Ms. Akerström is a very European looking, very well dressed, very well spoken. Not that the Americans aren't well spoken, but you know, we can sometimes tell the difference, myself included. So we are going to her hotel room where she would like to examine the items. And that is where we will pick up, is as we get to her hotel room door. She puts in the key, opens, and gestures for the team to enter.
Okay, I'm gonna enter.
Okay, just making
I will
sure.
follow.
Okay, I've learned from D&D, never assume somebody walks in a room. So, yeah,
Are there any like chairs or anything?
there are. She actually has a suite.
Cool.
And there is a like a small breakfast table. Maybe has about conveniently 4 chairs there, and there's also like a small couch nearby, so everyone would be able to sit down.
I'm gonna head towards that little breakfast nook and not sit down until she actually says I can.
Oh, she's like, please.
Okay, now I sit.
And she has she brings over a like a large handbag she had, and just kind of places it near her, reaches in, takes out small pad of paper, pen, and she's like, what do you have for me?
So I'm gonna pull out the keys and
Mhm.
I'm gonna kind of just set them in the middle of the table.
Okay. Is Loretta going to show her the bottle?
Yeah, Loretta's gonna show her the bottle, but she's gonna be a bit distracted,
Okay.
thinking about the scary tattoos.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So Marta sees the keys and she's like, oh, and she reaches in her bag and pulls out some gloves and puts them on. Now you've been handling them without gloves this whole time, but to her this is something unique. She's handling this like a relic in a museum. And she takes them and she's like, you did a very good job of drawing these, Vala.
Well, thank you.
Exquisite. She's tracing her fingers over it. She's like, yes, this is what I had thought perhaps would be the ruins here refer to a shark or a sea beast of some sort that is revered by the people who created this item. This is a very old item. It might even, as she says, as she stops back, she goes, the markings are very old. Let me correct myself on that. But these markings are so old, they wouldn't have gone to a time where people had keys for locks. So these keys are using an older language to represent something of the past, something still revered, that they perhaps infused some sort of magical spell into these keys, and then use these keys to actually lock something, or perhaps the keys are simply a metaphor in the hands of a craftsman. She just kind of sits back. She's like, it's just so fascinating. It's like, and again, tell me, where did you find these?
We found these on a ship that we were on last year. Very strange goings on. But we found these there.
I just realized this sounds like Antiques Roadshow. So, she's like,
Tell us, how much are they worth?
Oh, worthless. You can just give them to me. I'll dispose of them.
I'm sure.
She said, no, but these are exquisite. And then she looks over Laura. She's like, did you have something to show me as well? And you probably maybe have not put it out yet. Maybe you had it with you. Maybe you haven't quite. It's up to you.
I'll bring it out. From what I remember, I have that bottle, and I might have like my coat that was burned by the sludge.
Oh, okay, yeah. And she'll take the bottle. She's going, oh my, these are. I believe these are a form of almost hieroglyphic writings from Central Africa. I have a fellow researcher of mine in Stockholm who would be most interested in seeing these. And these are again from the same
Yes.
place.
Yes, they are.
Very interesting. Very interesting. I would very much like to know more about this bottle, and then she takes the coat and she's going, and what? This is burned. What?
It was.
That's okay.
Yeah. It was it used to transport what seems to be some kind of acidic concoction, unfortunately.
And this, what did this? This was something you poured onto the coat. How did this?
No. We visited the boat that we found the stuff on, like yesterday, or was it today?
It was today.
Today, yeah.
Today. And when we were in the galley, the kitchen area on the ship, which was the same area we found this bottle in, there seemed to be some sort of like living black ooze, and whatever it is, it was very acidic because it burned straight through that coat.
It was alive.
Yeah, I would say it was. Nothing that I've ever seen before. Or heard about, actually.
And she's giddy.
I'm glad somebody's excited.
You touched this? You interacted with it?
Yeah, I'm actually going, because I don't know how far up on my shoulders. If I do this, would the tattoos be visible?
Yeah, it went like all the way up your neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to point it out then.
She goes.
So
It's a very unsettling feeling right now.
I can imagine. She looks over at Lawrence. Yes.
Well, sorry. Is this normal academic getting into the subject, or is this beyond that? Can Lawrence tell? Because she seems really into this. So.
Yeah, you know what? If anyone wants to make a psychology roll to examine,
Yes, please.
Yeah, this is her jam, as you can tell. So
that's a no for me.
No, okay.
Psychology.
Nope.
That's a nope.
Nope. Okay. Yeah, she seems very excited.
Nope.
She is an academic. This is unprecedented. I would very much like to purchase these items from you to be able to take them back to Sweden so that I may continue to research them further. Now the bottle is not from Sweden. Yes, the keys, the items, they do seem to be Nordic in origin, but I would very much like to purchase these from you. And I can certainly have money wired to your accounts tomorrow at 2 days at the latest. What would you sell them to me for?
I would like to hold on to them just a little bit longer. I kind of just get this feeling that I might need them for something.
Yes. Perhaps 2 days?
Perhaps.
And she looks over at Loretta. And the bottle? You would sell this to me?
I'm perfectly fine with selling it to you when yeah. You can take the coat for free though. I don't want it anymore.
She's, oh, yes. I will take that. And she's kind of, and she's like,
How long is she going to be in town for?
She didn't say.
Okay.
She had agreed to come to the United States. Now you assume, 1925, she'd take a ship here, probably a week or so.
Okay. So it's not like she's gonna just
right,
jump ship right away. Okay.
Yeah. It's not like she's gonna run to the airport and just grab a flight to Stockholm.
Just making sure.
I would like to take some more notes if you don't mind. And she reaches into her bag and she pulls out this old book with a leather cover. It's very beaten up, very worn at the edges. And she puts it down in front of her, and she almost seems to kind of angle her body a little bit, that as she starts to turn the pages. So that we can't
really see.
Yeah, like kind of, and then she starts taking notes, and she's like, yes, kind of flipping through the pages. But yeah, she looks like she's trying to kind of block it.
Can I try to lean over a little so I can
you
maybe
can
see?
You can. Why don't you give me a spot hidden, because that is, she is attempting to kind of block you.
Nope.
Okay.
She's doing a good job of it.
Yeah. Anyone else want to try to take a peek? Okay. Yeah, Loretta. Yeah, it's old English almost. But you see mention of, just a quick glance, you see something about spells, the conjuration. You just, at a quick glance, you see things like that. And she doesn't seem to have noticed that you took a peek, but she looks like she's looking for something specific. You don't know if this book has a table of contents or an index, but she seems to know, like, kind of where she, and then she kind of like flips open to a page. And I'm going to let anybody, actually, I'm going to let Vala, and if Professor Lawrence wants to stand up and maybe try to take
yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll let you take another shot at it.
Spot hidden?
Yeah, please, because you're not supposed to be looking. So there we go. Okay.
So I see that same thing, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Oops, sorry. Professor Lawrence, she probably now shifts, and she's like,
You said it was more like Old English. It's not like Latin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's odd that it would be like in Old English. So it's weird that this book that looks this ancient would be written in something like this. So maybe it's a translation of something.
Okay.
But she kind of goes, I'm sorry, I'm just doing a little bit of research for myself.
Of course.
I'm sorry, I just needed to
terribly
stretch.
sorry. Yeah, terribly sorry. Could you direct me to your restroom, please?
Oh, just certainly right down the hall there.
And as he'll make a big production of going down the hall to the restroom.
Mm-hmm. Märta now seems kind of like realize that she's being pretty obvious, that she's trying to hide this from you, and she kind of just goes, I am sorry. I get a little into my work, and I just wanted to do a little more light reading on the subject.
Can I pull out my own notebook, because I had drawn the symbols from the warehouse?
Sure.
And can I ask her if they do indeed actually match the ones on the keys?
Okay, yeah. She's gonna Yes, they're very, very, very similar. And she's starting to stutter a little bit. She's like, just like you can tell, she's just excited. She's like, yes. Oh, you saw these in a where did you see these again?
We saw these in a warehouse, kind of in a back room,
With a
and they were fairly recent. They looked much more recent than these keys.
Oh, I would very much like to see that. Is that something you could take me to see?
As long as we don't meet Brutish Charlie, I think that should be fine.
Brutish Charlie.
Charlie hurt my arm.
A brute.
Yes.
I am so sorry for this.
That's all right. His manager assured us that he would not be a problem anymore, so hopefully that means that he won't be.
Perhaps if we wait till after dark, when they are closed, we might sneak in.
Perhaps. Can we send a telegram to Lance to ask him to meet us there?
You don't know how Lance would get the telegram.
Well, someone could bring it there, right? Like,
Suppose at that rate, you could just go over there and see if he's there.
Well, I'm not going to go back alone. Charlie and I have a history.
A singing telegram, perhaps?
Maybe. Are those common in the 20s? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Will you stay here after dark?
I'll let my research team tell me if
I'm sure it wasn't really a thing.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, it was
Lawrence,
just a thought.
have you finished using the facilities, or what are you up to?
So while I'm in there, I would like to try and well, as I'm going there, I'd like to try and sneak a quick peek into any rooms and see what kind of luggage they've brought. She's brought.
Okay. Yeah, there's like a the bathroom is probably in the bedroom. So
Okay.
yeah, she would have probably told you to go through there. Yeah, you see 2 suitcases and okay, thank you. Thank you to the research department. Yeah, you see 2 suitcases and kind of like a briefcase that's sitting on the bed.
Can I go quickly through it?
Sure. Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll because there's nobody around. Yeah, it's kind of
Okay.
briefcase. You find what looks like some kind of professional journal for really like archaeology, anthropology. It's in Swedish though, so unless you speak Swedish, it's not going to be too much use to you. But if you flip through it though, you do find a page that's been dog-eared, and you open it, you do see a drawing in there, like an example of something that looks like a combination of a man and a shark. They have kind of a tall forehead, dark black eyes, and like a mouth full of jagged teeth. And everything else is in Swedish, but you see something. Somebody's been looking at something about some kind of shark man kind of thing. You also see in there there is a dagger and a scabbard. It doesn't look like to be any kind of witchcraft dagger or anything like that, but it looks like she carries a knife with her.
Okay, like not like an. Is it like? Does it look like an artifact or like a modern this is
A
something
modern,
set.
a modern, yeah.
Very good to know.
You never know when Märta has to cut a bitch. So
Yeah. Are there some? Is that it, or by which I mean, would it be obvious if the journal was removed?
if she came back and looked in her bag, yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to leave it. I'd like to do my best to kind of memorize the drawing, any details of it, put it back, and then put it back where I found it, and then like tuck out my shirt like I came out of the restroom, and then head back.
Flush twice, just to make a lot of noise. So, okay,
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Leave the seat up.
Yep. That's authentic.
Proof positive that I've been in there.
Okay, yeah. While this was going on, really, you guys kind of Märta tried to make some small talk. You can tell she's kind of an awkward woman. Probably
She's my type of woman.
who is probably not used to a lot of face-to-face interaction. She's an academic. She probably just spends all her day in front of books and things like that. So, and then she looks over at Lauren. She's like, it's like, so, who's hungry? I could sure go for some dinner before we go out on the town.
Sounds wonderful.
Okay, so we will skip past that, unless you guys want to role play out what they order and all that. Which,
nah.
Okay, thank you. I always like to make sure I ask people. Some people really want to do that. So we'll do the little spinning Cthulhu logo and then come back.
Go
ahead.
Like to ask her if she's in the mood for Luke's Fisk. Is that how you pronounce it?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Hold on. I think it's lutefish, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
That's not that fermented shark, is it?
Yes, it is. The fermented shark.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Yes.
that nasty fermented shark.
Huh.
It's a dried whitefish.
Okay. She's like, not especially. I don't know if there would be any good Swedish restaurants here in Providence. I would like a what do you say, a hot dog.
Certainly, we can make that happen.
I've heard of these hot dogs. They're very popular.
That they are.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
All right. So you probably go to a little diner or something like that. She loves the hot dog. Is like, and you can put all these things on them: the tomato-based sauce, the mustard, and these sliced up sour cucumber. I know. She's like, fascinating.
Some people even put chili on them.
Chili?
It's an American
It's
thing. Sorry.
It's a spicy sauce made from beans. Let's say that.
She's like, oh, that would probably be too much for me. She's like, okay. So, it's probably now close to about 8 o'clock. It's nighttime. And
we could probably head towards the docks.
Okay. Yeah, you head over that way, and the warehouse is closed. There's no lights on. You don't see anyone around. And Märta's really kind of getting into this. She's kind of like hiding behind the wall. She's like, this is just like those detective novels, Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. Do we notice any back doors or anything?
Give me a spot hidden.
All right. Haven't been rolling it too well, so we'll see.
Everyone give me a spot hidden if you'd like to roll.
I made it.
Okay, you made it. Let's see what everybody else gets here. 68.
Nothing.
And I'm not... One got it. One person got
nearly.
it. One person got it.
I'd like to spend some luck, please.
Well, one person got it, so you don't really have to spend a luck. I'll let you. But you can save the luck because Vala got it. So if no one had gotten it, I would have said, yeah, spend spend the luck. But yeah, surprisingly, there is a back door. This is probably before there were stringent fire laws about exits and things like that. But there is, a back door. And it's just kind of it has like no window or anything like that. It's just kind of a plain old metal door.
Can I go knock on it?
You certainly may.
All right.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
No
Do we hear
response.
anything? Okay. Can I try the door handle?
You certainly can.
All right. So I'm gonna try turning it.
Creak. And the door opens.
It's not breaking and entering if we didn't break anything.
And it kind of opens up with a creak. Definitely maintenance should look at this door, get some WD-40 on it. But yeah, you find if you look in, you find yourself in kind of a storage room of sorts. Maybe like a small supply closet that runs through to an open doorway. There's no lights on in the room, so you're really just kind of getting maybe a reflection from outside. In that you can kind of see that it's like a storage room. You see the hallway going forward, but that's about it.
Does anyone happen to have a flashlight on them?
I thought someone did. Everybody make a luck roll, and if someone succeeds, then mark it in your notes or something that you have a flashlight. I think you can do it under like equipment or gear or something like that. Got an 11. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Vala, you. Oh wow. Jesus. Oh my God, you guys all did good. I think luck. I think you can still increase luck. Like.
Lucky.
I think so. Yeah. So I'm gonna do. Amazing success. I'll look. I think you can. With luck. But yeah, under your on your gear, if you can add that you have a flashlight, each of you.
Already did.
Great. And let's. Great. All right. So 3 flashlights, 1 flashlight. What's the plan?
3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just all pull them out, turn them on.
Okay. Going in like a SWAT team, right? So
Yeah.
okay.
We learned our lesson from the boat.
You did. You get in. It is quiet in here. You looking through, you're just seeing a lot of boxes full of parts, cans of oil, just lots of items used for repairs. The hallway, or the aisle, you really kind of like an aisle because you have shelves on either side. The aisle leads forward to a hallway that has no door. When you get closer to the hallway, you recognize this hallway from when you had been here earlier in the day, because Lance had taken you from the the main area down this hallway to where he showed you the storage room, the other storage room that had the symbols.
Okay.
And that's where I would like a stealth roll now from everybody.
Ooh.
As you get into this hallway. And I'm gonna. Ooh, okay. So Vala
I'm big. What could I say?
Vala tripped over something. Oh my God, Professor Lawrence!
Ooh, what a roll.
Wow. Okay.
Professor Lawrence is the only one being quiet.
Yeah. All right. So let me mark that down. Stealth. Yeah. He leads the way with Loretta behind him.
I think that's technically an extreme.
What was that?
I think he was saying he thinks that's technically an extreme success on his.
It is, yeah. Yep. And that's what I wrote down. So you get the extreme success. You've got Loretta behind you, and then Murda is third in line, and then Vala. Vala starts to stumble on something, but Marta catches her.
Oh, thank you, Märta.
Because Lawrence's role, I'm saying, kind of helped the whole group. So I'm gonna kind of play it that way, that she started to stumble, but somebody caught her, because otherwise she would have knocked over stuff. Okay. You get into the hallway. Are you gonna head towards the storage room that you saw the symbols in, or what's the plan?
I think that's probably where we should go.
Yep.
Okay. So creeping down the hallway, no lights here, and you hear it crack, like a sharp crack noise, and then kind of like another one, and it sounded more like a snap.
Which direction did we hear it coming from?
To your right, and it would be ahead on your right, where that storage room happened to be.
Let's head there then.
Okay. And then
we were already heading there, so.
Staying far behind.
Okay. Yeah, and you get up towards the door and you hear something. You hear like muffled voice or something inside, but you can't quite tell what they're saying. The door is open, but it has just a little. It's open, just a crack.
Is there a light inside?
Yes, there's a faint light coming from in there. You hear You hear this not of a thud on kind of her.
I really hope it's not poor Lance, just because that would be just his luck.
That would be just his luck.
He's there. Okay, is there any kind of sign of shadow through the crack in the door? There's someone in there?
You would have to get really close, and perhaps open the door just a little bit. Like you don't see anything underneath the door or anything like that. It's not, there's not that much light.
Okay.
To be able to see like a shadow moving, there's not that much light. But you could get a whole lot closer and really take a real careful look if you like.
Should we turn off our flashlights as we get closer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And that helps, because now with less light, you do see a little bit of shadow movement, but not a lot.
Does it sound like one voice speaking?
Give me a listen roll, please.
Okay.
Anyone else wants to make a listen roll may.
Oh, listen.
That's no for me.
That's also no for me.
Can't tell.
For me.
Well, I'm going to go wherever the professor goes, so if he wants to head forward, I'm going right behind him.
Yep.
No.
Märta is kind of hanging back a little bit. She's kind of...
She's absolutely chuffed.
Yes.
So I'll whisper to these two. Do we want to barge in, or do we want to try and draw them out?
Barging in might give us the element of surprise. But also, if we barge in, we might hit poor Lawrence. Like we did the last time. I don't know. What do you think, Loretta?
True. I think I will follow whatever. I just don't really want to be near in front in case there's more of that black ooze.
That's fair. Maybe let's try to surprise them.
Okay. So
You could. Well, here's a couple things you could try. You could try to stealthily move through the door. You could try to burst through the door, to intimidate, not knowing what you're
Is
going
going
to
on.
see. So that would be a little difficult to intimidate, not knowing what you're attempting to intimidate. Yeah, really, without knowing kind of what you're going into. Now, another thing you're famous for is your strengths rolls, with just going through and just shoving the door open. But it is entirely up to you guys. But at some point, you're going to have to open the door. Unless you knock and go, Avon,
Yeah.
Just,
Well, I mean,
The idea of having them come out is they're away from. Yeah, I think this is all we have going for us is the fact that we're all larger than them. So we all
maybe
go.
we don't know.
you don't know what's in there.
Okay,
Maybe stealth.
You're
is the
right.
way
I
to
should
go.
restate that. The only thing we have going for us is all of us are larger than normal size.
I think I'm
That's
normal
true.
size.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but yeah, but you guys are a big bunch. So
We're a big bunch, so we could just try to
maybe
go in and.
But maybe stealth might be the way to go. You did have a
Okay.
really good stealth roll earlier, so maybe you can repeat that. Huge question mark.
Okay. I'm willing to try that
so
plan.
you're gonna try to just open the door quietly.
I'm willing to try that plan.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And I'm expecting this to be more of some work. But let's go. Stealth.
Oof.
Oh.
Nope.
The door is just as creaky
Really badly.
as the back door. So you're just gonna push it open and walk in, or are you just pushing it open?
I'm gonna just push it open.
That's what I want to see. Is are you opening it and stepping in, or just opening it
Just opening
and
it.
attempting to rush in? So because you've already made a terrible noise. So
Yeah.
now what? I'm letting you guys backtrack if you need to.
I want to see what's in there, so I want to open the door.
Okay. All right.
But are we going in?
Lawrence isn't planning on it unless he sees
Okay.
something. Yeah.
That needs us to go in? Okay.
Send in the giant. Okay. You open the door, and what you see is there is a large man with it's like an iron rod or something like it in his hands. And there is a man, a skinny man, hung up by his arms from the ceiling.
Yep.
And he is bleeding. You recognize Lance is tied up.
Poor Lance.
The large man is shirtless. There is a light bulb in the corner. The large man, you can only see, you can't see his face, but on his back and his shoulders, you see that same black tattoo kind of things, like all up and down his shoulders and kind of up his neck, and on his back. And he is just wailing this metal rod into Lawrence. And he's
It's
speaking.
Lance.
Excuse me, Lance. Sorry, getting all my names mixed up. And the voice that's coming out, it's kind of marble mouth, kind of odd. You are a foolish boy with a loose tongue. I shall remedy that. And he kind of reaches into his pocket and pulls out this vicious-looking knife.
No.
Does it look at all like Marta's knife?
No.
Okay.
No.
Cool.
Does it look
No.
like the knife that was used in the ritual on the ship?
Yes.
Okay.
And
I see.
he drops the metal rod and grabs Lance's chin.
I
He
think
takes the knife and he's moving in on him.
I
This
think
might be a
is
good time to rush.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Combat, technically, we're supposed to go by dex, I believe. So let me take a look at everybody's.
Yes, I think that's right.
Let's see. So,
Oh, no.
We go in order of dex. So let's see. Loretta is a 80, so she is probably going to go first. But let me check everybody else.
I don't have any weapons.
56.
You have a flashlight?
Well, really, it's to.
Really,
we're gonna
You could
have
like
you
try
kind
to
of
push or something.
we're gonna really have you kind of establish what you want to do, and then you can. Now, if you decide you want to essentially hold your action and let everybody else go first, you can. What is so Vala? I think was like a 50. For what is their dex?
56.
56. Okay. And what was Lawrence's dex?
45.
45. Okay. All right. So the order it's going to go in is Loretta, Vala, the gentleman who you don't know who it is, and then Lawrence. So let me just know, Loretta, what you want to do.
I will let somebody else go first, and then
Okay.
go based on what they're doing.
Okay. All right. So then, Vala.
I guess I'm gonna try to rush in and like push him off to the side or something. Hopefully not get poor little Lance.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. And Lawrence.
I'm going to try and rush in and pick up the rod that got dropped on the floor, and if possible, strike at the guy with the knife with it.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, so Vala, you gonna Leroy Jenkins it?
Yes. Leroy
Jenkins.
So would that be brawl?
Yeah, that would be brawl.
Okay.
Or strength.
Hey!
She succeeded though. Okay, and
That looks good.
yeah, I would say in terms of damage, you're doing at least probably 1d6. So if you want to roll some damage, you remember how to do that with the slash roll?
Yes, I think. Let's find out.
It's like, yep, there you go.
Ah.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
You kind of smash into him from the back, and he goes stumbling past, like to the right of Lance, and he kind of stumbles forward. He'd let go of Lance and stumbles forward.
But he's still holding on to his knife?
Yeah, he's still holding
Okay.
onto his knife. Since he's been knocked down, he's not going to act yet.
Mm-hmm.
So Loretta could do something, or if you want to wait for Lawrence.
I will wait for Lawrence.
Okay. It's not a huge room, Lawrence, so I'm going to rule that you can get in, get the metal rod, and then if you want to swing at him, you can.
Yeah, okay. Are you going to do anything, Loretta?
No, she's waiting for you. Well, that's what she said anyways.
Then I'll do that. Sorry, I missed that. I will go in.
So that'd be your brawl then.
Scoop up the rod and brawl.
Okay.
Brawl.
You swung over him. You completely missed him.
Not even close.
Yep. Okay, Loretta.
Is there
Yep.
like a rock or something near me? Something like rock sized?
There's really not much in this room. It's kind of an empty storage room that apparently somebody now uses to draw Nordic graffiti on the walls.
And also go and cry.
It's also the crying room.
And torturing Lance.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to blind him with the flashlight then.
His face is away from you, so you'd have to like run over to him and then go boo and like shine the flashlight in his face.
You could
no,
also try to get Lance down, potentially.
He's just hung up by some rope.
Yeah, I'll go get Lance down.
Okay.
I don't know what I'd roll for that.
Trying to think what you would even roll. I can't think of what you'd roll. I think we're just going to say you run over and just start trying to pull on the ropes.
Okay.
Okay. So now we're gonna start back over at the top. So now, Vala, now you've kind of knocked him over.
Is he prone, or is he kind of just like
he is
leaning
prone
up
at
against
the
the
moment.
wall?
Yeah.
Can I just kick him in the butt?
Prone. You kick him in the butt. Okay. Go ahead and roll your brawl, please. I'm going to give you a bonus on that because he's basically a target. You can't. You should have a hard time missing him. So good. Okay.
That's what you think.
Somehow you managed to hit. You miss him. Okay. Loretta, it's your turn again. You're going to just continue.
Continue trying to get Lance down.
All right. You're starting to get it. It wasn't a very tight knot, so you're still kind of working on that. Okay. The man stands up and turns, and you recognize this is Charlie.
I know it.
The man who broke your arm.
I know it.
And he's like, but it's Charlie, but it's not really Charlie. He now has kind of a large forehead.
Oh no.
And his eyes are these squinty black dots and a mouth full of sharp teeth.
So he reminds me of the drawing in the journal.
Yep. And he goes, it's you. And he is going to try to grab and bite.
Of course he is.
So we are going to,
I'm assuming I should roll dodge.
You can roll one dodge in combat. So would you like to dodge?
If I can.
Yes.
I cannot.
Let's see. Oh yeah, he got you. He grabs you and bites down on your shoulder.
Is it the same arm that he hurt earlier?
Of course it is. Yes. Okay. Professor Lawrence.
Vala's going to be very unladylike and just start swearing.
To be expected.
Are you going to take a swing at this guy again?
Yep.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll your brawl, please.
Roll, right?
Yes, please.
Oh.
No, and it's too much for luck.
Yes,
Did he drop his knife
he did
as he went to bite me?
He did not. He's still holding it. So he just kind of went. Märta has wandered in the back, and she goes, "Oh my, oh my." Okay, back at the top. Vala, you can start wailing on this guy. You can try to push him.
I'm gonna have to try to just like punch him in the eye or something.
Or do you want to use your strength and just shove him off? You would.
My strength really isn't that great, so it would be about the same either way.
Or well, I think we were letting you use size, but that was more like a running start. You don't really have a running start now.
No.
So yeah, it's either going to be brawl or strength to try to get him off you.
No.
Oof. Okay.
How's my arm doing? Has it been chewed off yet?
No, but he's digging in. He's I haven't rolled the damage for that just yet. I'm going to do that actually at the end of this turn. I'll go ahead and get the damage for that. Loretta, you've managed to now get the ropes loose, and poor Lance kind of collapses into this bloody, crying mess.
I'm gonna try to get him out of the room,
Okay.
away from Charles Sharkman.
Okay. And yeah, you're gonna say you kind of get him down. You start dragging him towards the doorway, and Märta kind of reaches out to help you, kind of pull him out. I believe it's Shark Boy's turn.
I think it is.
So let's see what he did. I don't have
He
his
hurt me.
I don't have his character sheet in here, so that's why I'm just having to kind of roll. Oof, you took 6 damage. Or 6 health. Is that half of your available health?
Yes.
Okay, then I believe you take a wound. Let me look that up real quick here.
Charlie hurt me bad.
Sorry, I forgot to have the book open. In the meantime, Lawrence, do you want to take your turn?
Yeah, can I kind of do a running shoulder check and try and knock him off of her?
Sure, that would probably be, I think, a strength or size, whatever you're better at. I'll actually, no, I take that back because I said for Vala, it had to be a running. Okay, so if it's going to be a running move, I'll let you use size for that, like Vala did. So.
Okay, well, I still failed. Yep.
All right.
Sorry.
And no problem. And I am looking at the damage then for because I know it's something, if it's like half your health or something, you get a wound or something. Here we go. Major wound. Okay. If it's equal to or greater than half of the character's maximum hit points. So is it greater than or equal to okay. Okay, you've received a major wound. Let's see, a character has received a major wound may die if their current hit points are reduced to 0.
I'm not reduced to 0 yet.
Right. Okay. You immediately fall prone.
That would make sense.
And on your next turn, we're going to have you make a con roll to make sure that to see if you stay conscious.
Okay.
So I believe we are back at the top of the order then, because Loretta had pulled Lance out of the room. So Vala, then you're gonna make a con roll to see if you remain conscious. Let me see if you're allowed to use luck on that. I will let you use luck if you would like to.
Yeah.
Okay. The sheer stubbornness that you don't want to fall down, I will let you spend 3 luck on that to at least succeed. Okay. All right. That is really going to be your turn, though. Doing that
makes sense.
Yep. So
I have to focus real hard on that.
Okay. Loretta, you've gotten Lance out of the room.
I'm not good at medicine.
You can try to make a first aid roll if you like.
I will try to do that. It's probably not gonna. Nope. Nope. I got nothing.
You
I
had
don't know what to do.
really good intentions. Okay. Charlie is gonna spin on the professor. And try to hit him. Oof. Yeah. You can try to dodge if you would like to. You get 1 dodge during combat.
I would like to dodge, please.
Okay. All right. So I believe you roll your dodge.
Actually, 1 second. Let me look at something.
Okay.
Yep, dodge.
Oh, your dodge was lower than
Dodge
his
it is.
success.
Tonight?
So yeah, so he bites onto your arm, and these sharp teeth chomp down on your arm.
Okay.
And I will roll the damage when we are done with combat. So it's your turn. So you can now try to hit him. You can try to push him off you.
I'd like to slam the rod into his eye if I can.
Okay. All right.
He's
Roll.
right next to me. The space should be
Yeah.
right next to me.
Mhm.
Roll. Oh. Roll.
Nice. Just got it. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. You get
The
it.
skin of my teeth.
And
Yes.
you smash it into
So
his
how much
eye.
damage for the?
That's going to be we're just going to say 1d6. These aren't very sophisticated weapons, so.
And I'm just going to be cheering him on. Yay, get him!
And you can do, if you want, down under public roll, you can do /roll 1d6, and that'll roll for you.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, 2 damage to him. So he steps back like, ah! But it's this kind of this bestial growl. This ah.
Accidentally
Okay.
rolled it twice.
That's fine. We know it's 2. So okay, so he takes 2 damage. So
Yep.
I believe we are back at the top of the order. Vala, you're up. You're bleeding profusely. I'm gonna say he dropped the knife.
Okay, can I grab the knife
Yeah,
and try to stab him?
It's gonna
I'm
be
very angry at him now.
it's gonna be actually at a disadvantage now. So it's instead of adding that bonus, now you're gonna it's the other button. So it's gonna be more challenging to run and get the knife and stab him with your brawl roll. So,
And that, yeah, okay.
yeah. Oh.
But
nice.
I made it.
You made it, yeah. Yeah, you get it, and you stab into his back. So roll your damage. I think the knife we were saying was just like 1d6. So
Okay.
nice. Okay, and you jam it in. He's okay.
I'm just giving it little twists.
Loretta, gonna join the stabbing party, the fighting party, or you hang out in the hallway?
I'm going to leave Lance with Martha.
Okay.
Or Marta, and then yeah, I'll join the stabbing party.
Okay.
There's also rope nearby if you want to try to do a strangling party.
Yeah.
I would try.
Actually, I don't know. Do you have a knife? I'm trying to remember. I don't think she does.
I don't think I do. So I will join the strangling party.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. You can grab the rope, and I'm gonna say that's still just a brawl roll again to grab him around the neck.
Nope.
Okay. He has now been stabbed twice. He's gonna just like swing his arm out and try to smack Vala because he's getting a little tired of this. So
Understandably.
And I can't dodge him again because you said only once per.
yeah,
Is it once per combat or once per combat round?
I believe it's once per combat. I could be wrong, but I think it's once per combat.
Oh, okay. Because there was a thing that you could fight back instead. So there is that. But
Well, we can check it out. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, so let's take a look here. There's only 182 references for the word dodge. Okay. Let's see. In absence of me not being sure on the rule for tonight, I will allow 1 dodge per combat round, but we will look it up and we'll confirm the rule for next time. I think it's once per combat, but we'll
Well, if you're going to allow me to try it, then I'm going to try it.
Yep. Oh.
No, not at all.
He missed you, but you like just completely stumbled and fell on the floor. You slipped in some blood. So he kind of swung an arm out, like basically you slipped on the blood and his arm just went like over you. So
I'm okay with that.
okay. Lawrence.
Brawl.
Okay.
Thing. Is he still biting me?
No. He
still biting
hadn't
me?
biting you, but you had stabbed him in the eye and knocked him back, and then Vala hit him. So yeah, so he's staggered back now.
Okay. Okay, then I'm
Nice.
going to smack him again
Okay.
with
Okay, 1d6.
I would like to spend luck, please.
I don't know if you can spend luck for damage.
So I'll spend 3 luck points.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you did 2 more damage to him. So yeah, you stab at him. And he's So you guys are definitely hurting him. He's a pretty hardy character. So, but you guys are definitely hurting him. And Märta cries out, "Don't kill him, please."
Then come in here and talk him down.
Okay. Yeah. Vala, you get up painfully. And what would you like to do? Just continue. Trying to kill this son of a bitch?
Do I still have a hold of the knife? Like
You do. Yeah.
What? Okay. Yes, I'm going to try to stab him again.
Okay. Okay.
I do not stab him again.
Okay. Loretta, you gonna try to swing that rope over again and
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try to do that.
Nice. Yep, you get
Ooh.
it over, and then you pull, and you're starting to like choke him. I'd still say it's 1d6.
Okay.
None of these are very sophisticated weapons. So.
Go for the carotid. Go for the carotid.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you pull about. His face is starting going. So yeah, you're just pulling, just yanking down. So yeah, he has now stumbled to his knees. So he is now going to he's just trying to lash out with his arms. He's just trying to hit anybody he can.
Understandable when you're choking.
Oh, he grabs Loretta's arm.
Oh no.
Like behind him, and he's now just like gripping it, and he's just going to start squeezing her arm. I'm going to see if he does any damage to you. He does 2 damage to your arm. He kind of digs his fingers into your arm, and you're starting to lose the grip on the rope.
Okay.
Lawrence.
Does Märta
Hit him
seem
with
to
the
be
pipe.
making? Does Märta seem to be making any moves to come in and talk him down?
She's starting to walk in, and she's going, "Please do not kill him, please."
You know him?
Now, granted, this is all like 2 second, 3 second.
Okay,
so,
but
so
then I'm
she's
going
not
to swing
have a
with.
chance to-
I'm going to swing with the pipe again.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
She hasn't come to me yet, so I'm going
Right. Yeah. She's just.
to
Oh,
swing with the
got it.
pipe.
Okay,
Ooh.
roll that damage.
Because 20.
Ooh.
Okay.
You swing that pipe again, and you just crash in his skull. You just probably right about the same spot you hit him on the eye. You just now crash, and the pipe goes breaks through the bone, and just smashes into his head.
Now I get the 6.
and smashes parts of his teeth. You see shark fangs go, and he goes down.
Of course.
He just falls down in a heap.
Of course.
And technically combat is still going because you don't know if he's dead or not.
Okay.
So we're going to start with Vala again, but Märta, on her turn, is coming please, he is something we could examine.
Well, I mean, technically, we could examine him when he's dead
Post-mortem
too.
right? Yeah.
Can I check to see if he's still alive?
You want to touch him?
Yeah, presumably.
How many of his teeth are left?
He's face down now.
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna put my hand on his back to see if I feel him breathing.
Okay. Give me a first aid roll.
Okay.
He does not appear to be breathing. He's lying very still, and there's a huge puddle of blood coming out from his head.
Can I turn him over?
Mm-hmm. You're gonna need a strength roll because he's a big boy.
Oh, well, my strength's not good, but
Yeah.
we'll try it.
We'll see if somebody helps you. There you go. Yep. Yeah. You
I'll spend the luck.
spend the luck.
I probably
Yeah,
shouldn't,
yeah,
but I'll
yeah.
do it.
You grab him and you turn him over, and his one eye is still open. The other side is just completely smashed, and he appears to be dead. He's just. And Märta runs in, just crying, "No! Why did you kill him?" Oh! And she falls on her knees and she starts.
You know,
He's
Märta,
doing
I'm
good.
not sure if you noticed, but he took a chunk out of me, and he
Took a
bit the
chunk out of
professor.
me, and he hurt her arm too.
And
And Lance is pretty beat up.
And she's just kind of mumbling in Swedish now, and she's like, oh. She's like, oh.
Märta, you
But-
could examine his dead body. That's the
Okay.
best I could do for you.
I would like everyone, now that you have killed someone, it's a pretty fucked up creature to begin with, and I didn't have you guys make sanity rolls to begin with, but now I would like sanity rolls from everyone. Now that
Oh no.
okay, you
I
succeeded.
made it.
Succeeded.
I made it.
Oh, Dr. Lawrence. Okay, you did not succeed. Okay, now everyone who succeeded, it takes at least 1 sanity damage, just based
That
on what you've
makes
seen and the
sense.
fact that you killed someone. But now I'm going to roll for
Märta.
Lawrence to see what. You're going to take 1 sanity loss, Dr. Lawrence, based on what you've seen, and you held it together pretty good though. You're kind of Märta. Yeah, I'm going to roll her. Let's see how she did sanity wise. She held it. She did pretty good. Okay, but yeah, she's kind of crying. But yeah, you've now knocked this. You've killed this thing. You can certainly show Märta the symbols on the wall if you would like to. Although you
Can I go
probably
check
should
on Lance first?
Yeah. You kind of stagger over your broken arm, a huge chunk out of your shoulder.
Cursing
He's-
under my breath the entire time.
He's breathing. He's definitely got some broken bones in his face. Probably a broken rib. He's breathing, but
Lance, can you hear me? Lance, what happened?
I was trying to leave work, and Charlie grabbed me and said he had to talk to me. And he got here and he punched me in the back of the head, and the next thing I know, I was hanging by my arms and he was beating me mercilessly.
He really does have an anger issue.
Was he asking you any questions?
He said I was talking to you and that I had loose lips and that I should have kept quiet, but I couldn't keep quiet about what I had seen on the Morning Star and what I've seen here. Ow.
Don't worry, Lance. We'll bring you to a doctor soon.
Well, can I try and give him first aid, first off?
Really, Vala needs the first aid more than anything.
Okay.
So if you're gonna do that, yeah.
Then can I
Lance
find
will
Vala's
probably
wound?
live.
Oh, okay. Then I thought he was worse off. Then can I try and bind Vala's
Vala's in bad
wounds?
shape.
Vala's like slowly becoming very pale.
Yeah, she's
Can I
bleeding
try
out.
and can I try and bind her wounds? Maybe use my shirt.
Go ahead and roll first aid. And Loretta, if you want to
I
roll
need
first aid as
Get
well,
myself
you
the
can.
proper first aid kit. But
Yeah.
Oh, boom!
Ooh.
Oh my God, yeah.
One of many
Okay.
things I need to get.
Okay. So I'm gonna. Oh my God, you guys are freaking okay. Yeah. You managed to get bandages on her, get her stabilized enough so that you can get her to a hospital.
Since
So that
Professor Lawrence is working on Vala,
Mhm.
should I work on Lance then?
Yeah, you know what? How about if you'd like, we can put those rolls. You put your roll towards Lance,
Okay.
which would be a great roll. So rather than take another chance and find out you know, cut off his
Screwed up.
airway or something like that. So okay. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah. So you're able to kind of help out Lance, and everyone still needs to get to a hospital, but you shouldn't die immediately. So
Well, then I'm going to turn to Märta and be like, "There are the symbols. There."
And she's like, it's all true. The shark, the it's true. They live.
What are they called?
What lives?
She gives some name in Swedish that you don't understand, but roughly translated to hunter of the deep. And she says that she says the word in Swedish. She says the hunters of the deep. They serve. The legend says an old prehistoric shark. But this one, he has been. They say blessed by the essence, the black blood of the hunter of the deep. You see, it had already started to turn him his shark-like features.
At that, I'm going to just look at Loretta.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a
We're
minute.
just
Wait a minute.
She says, oh, you have been blessed as well.
I'm gonna freak out. That's the only acceptable response to that.
What creature are they serving? Does that creature have a name?
She just calls it the hunter of the deep.
No, the one that it serves.
That it serves?
The
ancient
shark.
Well, no, the
creature.
ancient shark is the
hunter
god.
of the hunter of the deep.
Just
Yeah.
the god of. Okay.
Yeah.
Can Lawrence look at Loretta's teeth and see if they're any like bigger?
Any
than
sharper?
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm
more
gonna
pointed. Give us a
adjust my
smile.
shirt to see if the tattoos done anything else.
It has not gotten any bigger.
Awesome.
It still itches occasionally and still squirms, but it has not grown anymore.
Okay.
And since I was bitten by this thing, I'm going to just kind of look to see if there's any black blood near me.
Yeah, the shoulder bite is all jagged, and there is bits of this black
Yeah.
stuff mixed in with the blood. And Lawrence, you got bit as well on the arm. You have this jagged rip that has all this gore and black stuff all over it.
Well, then let's get to a doctor, and
Yes,
hopefully they can clean us
we
up.
went boating and we were attacked by a very violent shark.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
All
their
right, yeah.
cover story.
You do get to a hospital in Providence. Get to the ER. They look at everyone kind of coming in. Did you bring Märta with you?
I would have assumed yes.
Okay. She comes. She's like a little kid who can get their toy. She's just kind of sitting in the car quietly. Yeah, they bring you in. They are not equipped for people with bite marks and broken ribs at this hour. They usually maybe just get some drunks. But yeah, the doctors begin working on you. They begin to ask you questions, though. They're saying, "How the hell, ma'am, you have a broken arm, and now you have this chunk out of your shoulder. What happened?"
They're not really related. The bite, though, we were out boating, and I fell overboard, and a shark bit me.
Can you roll fast talk?
Fast talk is not very good for me.
Basically, see if you can bullshit. No. And they're like, you fell out of a boat at night.
Yes.
At night.
And you
That
swam,
is my story. I'm
and-
sticking to it.
and you managed to swim with a broken arm, and then the shark
With
bit you.
With a sling or cast
Yeah.
that's not even wet. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. The doctor kind of says something to a nurse. Give me a lesson roll.
I don't want to be
Nope,
a shark
you don't.
person.
You don't hear anything. Okay. Yeah, so they're working on you. They're looking at everybody's bites. You will be there the entire night, being examined.
How's my arm? It just got squeezed.
Bruising, nothing broken, but yeah, but nothing, no black marks or anything from that.
Okay.
He just squeezed it really hard. Vala, they want to keep for a day
I
or
bet
two.
they do.
Everyone else, your bites are. Lawrence's is bad, but not quite as bad as Vala. I mean, he didn't. So they might want to keep you for a day. They're talking about rabies shots. They're like, maybe these people were bitten by, I don't know, large dog or something like that. They're really kind of hush, kind of like, we don't know what the hell's wrong with these people. So,
But did they at least clean the wounds, and do we
They
see
did.
any
Oh,
more
yeah.
black?
You do. You see at the fringes of it, just this light black, like as much as they've cleaned it, but it's not like Loretta's.
Okay.
So it's this light, just kind of around the edges of it. But
Okay.
it does not. But it does not squirm like hers.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm holed up here, so I don't
Yeah.
know what else I could do.
So yeah, you will be in for probably 2 days at least. Lawrence, they definitely want to keep a day. Loretta, they've cleaned you up. They do mention though that you've got some kind of rash or something on your back. Have you seen a doctor for this?
No, I have not, and I'm very concerned about it.
And they're like, we can take God, would they do biopsies back then? I guess they would have.
Yeah.
And but who knows how long it'll take to get the results back for this biopsy.
That's fine.
Yeah,
with
but
me.
they're going to take a little sample of skin, and yeah, we'll get back to you on that. Okay.
Oh, sounds good.
Okay. You do find out, that Lance is released same day as Vala. He comes in. They kind of wheel him by in a wheelchair, and he sees Vala, and he just kind of smiles. He's got a big head bandage on and stuff like that, but he just kind of smiles at her. Then we will say that once everyone is ready to be released, you guys are able to meet in the hospital waiting room if you'd like, or that's probably the most convenient since you haven't really all been able to talk or send text messages or anything. So we'll say that you're in the waiting room. Vala comes out in a wheelchair. Other two you're able to kind of walk out on your own. And Märta is sitting in the lobby, smoking a cigarette, looking a little dejected, but...
Hi, guys.
How are you feeling?
Better. I think they gave me someone's blood.
You're looking a lot better.
How are you doing, Märta? Would you like to go back and look at it, Märta?
Did she already go back and look at it?
No, she didn't. No, she didn't go back. She's actually hung around the hospital. She does ask though. She says, "I know this might be a bad time to ask, but would you still be interested in selling those keys to me?"
Sure.
Oh, thank you very much.
Will you tell me what you learn about it?
Of course.
Okay.
I've seen proof of some kind of magic. Something the black blood could infect them, drive them to this bestial form. And she says she's going to give you $500 for it, which
Cool.
100 years ago, $500 was a lot.
Yeah.
So she is going to make sure that gets wired to you. And Loretta, she's like, would I be able to purchase that bottle from you?
Yeah, sure.
I will give you $100 for it.
Sure.
It's a broken bottle.
Yeah.
And she's like, thank you very much. She says, I've arranged a taxi or two to take you wherever you need to go to.
Märta, do you want to go look at the place?
You said actually that the substance you came into contact with it on the boat. Was that correct?
Yes.
Oh, I would very much like to see that.
I can give you directions.
Okay.
I don't know that she should be going alone.
Yep.
As long as I'm going with somebody else, I don't have to go back to that room again.
You don't have to go into the room. You can be our lookout.
Sounds great. I'll be the
Okay.
lookout.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm still very
all right.
shaken by this black blood stuff. and
Okay,
I'm
so you're
not-
gonna-
Can we
Yep.
stop at like some general store or something, and maybe I
Yeah.
can buy a knife?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I think I want to go one further than that. Can we go to
You
a
do
sporting
want a gun?
goods? Yeah. I don't want to close
I had
with
fun and have
any
it
of
right
these.
now.
This is America, dang it.
Exactly. Buy 6 if you want to.
Yeah.
And I believe there's stats for revolver. I think
Yes.
maybe a 45. I don't care which one you buy. Just add it. There is a way to add it to your sheet. I think under combat. I think you can add it like
Yeah.
I think. Oh, I see ranged weapons. I think you can add like a pistol there. But yeah, I'll let you do that. Add that.
Mhm.
But yeah, you can get a pistol. You can get.
There is a way to add it to our sheet. Yeah, under combat.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. So now you've got some knives. You got a pistol.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The cost is limited to our credit rating, correct?
Correct. Yep. But it's not quite a Saturday night special, but it ain't it ain't the best. It'll put a hole in someone. So
Yeah.
Um,
Can I get a 12 gauge shotgun, please?
sure. Anything.
It only costs $40, apparently.
Exactly. Anything for the ladies.
I'm gonna get like a medium-sized knife,
Okay.
which apparently is like $2.
Yeah. $2. Outrageous. So,
And since I also have a little bit of money,
just a little bit.
I think I am going to also get a gun.
Yep. And 100 shells for my shotgun, if you please, good shopkeeper.
of course.
Oh, under the limit. Okay.
Okay. Anything
I'll
for
do
Loretta?
the same thing as Vala. Get a medium knife and get a pistol.
Okay.
How do we add the
I believe
damage to it?
Let's see. I think you have to edit it. I think you do like edit weapon. And
Yeah. I can talk you through it after.
yeah.
Okay.
There is
Okay.
there is a way to like edit it and add the damage to it, so
Okay.
that you can actually roll it. I think to roll the actual damage.
Yeah.
I think when you roll the damage for it, let me try it. I think you just click on pistol. You have not selected a target. No, whatever. Oh, that's right. You have to like set up combat or whatever. At worst, we'll just have you guys roll the whatever damage it is. So. Oh, okay. There you go. Out of ammo. Okay. That's right. You got to reload it and all that shit. So, okay. All right. So we're gonna say everybody gets loaded up for bear. And heading to the docks. Are you gonna save that for another day? What's?
Yep.
We could probably go now.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know. What do you guys think?
that'd be fine with me.
Okay. You guys drive over to the docks, walk down, and the spot where the Morning Star is birthed is empty.
That's
Since you were last here, the ship is gone.
Interesting.
very interesting. Where do you suppose it went?
There's some personnel, kind of dock master, couple people working. You could ask them if you wanted to.
Yeah. Let's go ask.
He's like kind of a gruff guy. He's like, I help you.
Yeah, we were wondering what happened to the Morning Star.
Oh, Morning Star. That went out this morning. The owner came by, said he was taking it somewhere else for the repairs. He didn't like the shop over here. He didn't want that crew working on it, so he took it, said something about taking it down to, I don't know, Delaware or something like that.
Who's the owner?
The owner, and he's like kind of flipping through his paperwork, and he's like, looks like Edwin Wainwright.
I don't know that name.
Says this is Delaware here. Maybe that's where he lives. I don't know. It just they showed up. They had the right paperwork. Owner of the ship took it. So it was probably going on the scrap heap soon anyway. All that shit that they say happened on it and all that.
Yeah. could. I'm just gonna be thinking about how far Delaware is away from here.
Several states and several hours in 1925. So
Can we go back to the warehouse to see if anything is still in that little storage room?
sure. It's 5-minute walk from there. Get there. Yeah, it's open for business again. When you get in, everyone's kind of stopping and kind of watching you guys walk in. And that supervisor comes over and he's like, hey, I think I asked you yesterday to not come in here.
I think I left something in the back. I just wanted to see if I could find it real quick.
I'll take you back.
Okay.
And
Thank
he
you.
politely opens doors for the lady with huge bandages and the part in the sling. Yeah, and you get back in. Oh, go ahead.
I'm
You wanna follow?
going to actually be sticking around the car. Because we took a car, right? Is it still there?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be sticking around the car.
Me too.
Marta's just hanging out at the car. She's when she heard that the
ship has
wasn't there,
gone.
she was just oh. Yeah, they take you into that storage room, and there's a guy in there mopping, and there's another guy with scrubbing the walls, and the marks are just about gone because some guy's scrubbing the walls, guy's mopping, and the supervisor goes, "You were in here?"
Yeah, Lance had taken us back here, and I think I dropped an earring, but I'm not seeing anything. Did you guys find an earring when you were cleaning?
No, just lots of blood.
What happened here?
I don't know. You asked me. You said you were here.
Well, all of this looks new. But thank you for your time. Like I said, I don't see my earring, so I'm just going to go back out, and I promise I won't be back anytime soon.
Okay. Yeah, and he escorts you back out, and kind of goes back to work. So
I'm going to go up to everyone else, and I'm going to relay the fact that they're cleaning up everything, and that I didn't see a body, and that the symbols are being washed up.
Okay.
I have a sudden thought. Perhaps Charles is still around. If they didn't have a body and they didn't say anything about a body.
They didn't say anything, but I also didn't ask because I told them I didn't know anything about the blood they were cleaning up.
And it's been a couple days, so
That's true.
been almost 3 days now at this point.
Okay. Loretta's gonna let her imagination run.
Yep.
Anything from Lawrence?
Providence is a fairly big town. I presume there's a university of some sort.
There is, yes. I believe Brown University is in Providence. If I'm right,
Cool.
I think Brown is in Providence.
Excellent. Perfect. In that case, Lawrence would like to take Märta to the Brown University Library and try and look up anything that they have about Swedish lore or Scandinavian lore about these shark creatures.
That's a good idea.
Okay. We're gonna have you guys do that, and we're gonna have just one final scene. We're gonna pick up with that. We're gonna pick up with your research in the next episode. The last scene we're gonna have is out to sea. There's a small ferry known as the Morning Star is chugging along a coastline. We're not quite sure what coastline it is. There's a man behind the wheel, kind of a tall, thin man with graying, almost like military cut, which is kind of odd for those days, steering the ship. And he glances behind him, and there is a corpse laying behind him with a bashed in skull and missing an eye, laying right in the bridge. And the man steps over the corpse. He has another young man with him, looks like maybe kind of a first mate. He kind of waves him over to have him take the steering wheel. The man piloting the ship steps down that hallway that you recognize from being on the bridge, walks down the hallway, and there's lights on in the ship, goes to the galley, and he flips on a light. The whole galley now is filled with that black oozing ichor. It's like the entire space, about maybe 10 feet deep, is now just this oozing, writhing ichor. And the man just smiles. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Bum, bum, bum.
Dun, dun.
So yeah, we will pick up on the next episode with your research at Brown. I'm going to make a note of that right now. And that was Vala, and is that everyone going to Brown, or?
Yeah, I would.
Well, let me just say everyone goes. Okay.
Okay. Yep. To the library.
To the library. Okay.
Algernon's been very quiet this session.
Begin research. Okay. And yeah, that is where we're going to wrap up for tonight. I want to thank everybody for another fun game. That's about the most extended combat we've had. But yeah, I think it's going pretty well.
Oh, do I regain any health since I did get seen?
You will.
Okay, we'll worry about that next time then.
Yeah. How about this? Why don't you put down 3 for right now? Regain at least 3. It's going to take you a while. I mean, he took a chunk out of you.
Yeah.
You probably have a huge scar now where they had to clean out all the infected gunk and all that, and lots of questions potentially coming from someone about this. But yeah, so how do you guys feel so far?
Good.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
Okay.
I'm not looking forward to.
I think any future combat encounters will go hopefully faster.
Yes. Yeah.
And hopefully a little smoother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you guys just rolled bad. He rolled bad a couple times. Yeah, he was brutal at times, and Märta was no help. But so now I think if Algernon had been with you, you probably would have had slightly better odds. I don't think there would have been quite as much biting. That's the way the cookie crumbles, right? So, all right. Well, I think we are going to wrap up for the night. Anybody have anything going on they want to plug? Big weekend plans? Playing Diablo 4? Anyone?
Sleeping.
Yep.
Working.
Okay.
Just going out to a sushi place to celebrate a birthday. We'll
Oh,
see how
nice.
that goes. Yeah.
That's nice.
Okay, that's good. All right. Well, I think we can go ahead and wrap up, folks. Thanks again for everybody watching. We appreciate the support, and we will be back again next Friday night to continue Passages. So have a good night, everyone. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.